Our planet is a world of breathtaking beauty, a tapestry of wonders that beckons the explorer in all of us. We are driven by an insatiable curiosity to see what lies beyond the next horizon, to stand where few have stood before. But Earth has a darker side. There are places where nature's power is absolute, where the elements are hostile, and where survival is measured not in days, but in minutes. These are not your average tourist spots. They are the planet's forbidden zones, its most extreme and unforgiving corners. Would you dare visit these deadly destinations? Today, we're counting down the top 10 most dangerous places on Earth. So buckle up, because this journey will take you to the very edge of what is possible, and some of these locations might just blow your mind. Our countdown begins at number 10, in a place that exists more in legend than on any official map, the Bermuda Triangle. This notorious stretch of the North Atlantic Ocean, loosely defined between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, has captured the public imagination for decades. It's a place synonymous with unexplained disappearances. The legend took flight in 1945 when Flight 19, a squadron of 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers, vanished during a routine training mission. A rescue plane sent to find them also disappeared without a trace. Since then, countless ships and aircraft have reportedly met a similar fate, swallowed by the sea, leaving behind nothing but mystery. Theories range from the scientific to the supernatural. Some blame sudden extreme weather phenomena like rogue waves, or suggest that vast deposits of methane gas on the seafloor could erupt, reducing the water's density and causing ships to sink in seconds. Others point to the area's unique magnetic anomalies, which could confuse navigational equipment. And then, there are the more fantastical explanations. Alien abductions, portals to other dimensions, or remnants of advanced Atlantean technology. While many incidents have since been debunked or explained, the Triangle's chilling reputation endures. It remains a place where the line between fact and fiction blurs, a watery graveyard that holds its secrets close. Coming in at number 9, we travel to the Democratic Republic of Congo, to the city of Goma. For the 2 million residents of Goma, danger isn't a distant threat, it's a neighbor. The city sits in the shadow of Mount Nyiragongo, one of the most active and dangerous volcanoes in the world. What makes Nyiragongo particularly terrifying is its lava. It has an extremely low silica content, making it incredibly fluid and fast-moving. When the volcano erupts, it doesn't produce the slow, creeping flows you might imagine. Instead, it unleashes rivers of molten rock that can travel at over 60 miles per hour. In 2002, a fissure opened on the volcano's flank, sending a torrent of lava directly into Goma, destroying 40% of the city and leaving over 100,000 people homeless. The threat isn't just from lava. The ground around the volcano is riddled with fissures that leak invisible, odorless carbon dioxide. These pockets of gas, known locally as mazuku or evil wind, can suffocate anyone who wanders into them. Despite the constant peril, the fertile volcanic soil and the economic opportunities of the city keep people here, living a life balanced on a knife's edge. For our number 8 spot, we journey to the heart of Siberia, to a place that redefines the meaning of cold, Oymyakon, Russia. This is, officially, the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. In 1933, the temperature here plunged to a bone-shattering -67.7 degrees Celsius, or -90 Fahrenheit. In Oymyakon, the cold is a physical presence that dictates every aspect of life. It's so cold that your eyelashes can freeze solid in seconds, and frostbite is a constant, immediate danger. Batteries lose power almost instantly, metal becomes brittle enough to shatter, and wearing glasses outdoors is a risk, as they can freeze to your face. Locals leave their cars running 24/7, because if an engine stops, it may not start again until spring. The ground is permanently frozen, so plumbing is impossible, and funerals can take days, as the ground must be thawed with hot coals to dig a grave. The diet is necessarily high-fat, consisting of reindeer meat, horse meat, and frozen raw fish, which is shaved into thin, icy curls. It's a brutal, relentless environment, where survival is a daily, conscious effort. Would you survive a winter here? At number 7, we find a place of terrifying alien beauty, Lake Natron in Tanzania. This is not a lake you'd want to swim in. Its waters are a toxic cocktail of volcanic minerals, with an alkalinity level similar to that of ammonia. The pH can reach over 10.5, so caustic it can burn the skin and eyes of most animals. But its most horrifying feature is its ability to mummify. The lake is so saturated with sodium carbonate and other minerals that it effectively calcifies any creature that dies in its waters, preserving them in a ghostly, stone-like state. The shoreline is littered with these eerie, petrified statues of birds and bats that misjudge their flight. The lake's surreal blood-red hue comes from salt-loving microorganisms that thrive in these extreme conditions. Yet, in a stunning paradox, this deadly environment is the single most important breeding ground for the world's lesser flamingos. Their tough, scaly legs protect them from the burns, and they build their nests on mineral islands that are inaccessible to predators. It's a landscape straight out of a horror movie, a beautiful but lethal masterpiece of nature's chemistry. Our number 6 destination is an island that is dangerous not because of its geology or wildlife, but because of its people. This is North Sentinel Island, part of India's Andaman Islands. The island is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted peoples in the world. They have lived in complete isolation for an estimated 60,000 years, fiercely rejecting all attempts at contact from the outside world. Outsiders are not welcome. Anyone who dares to approach is met with a volley of arrows. In 2006, 2 fishermen whose boat drifted ashore were killed by the tribe. In 2018, an American missionary who illegally visited the island in an attempt to convert them was also killed. The Sentinelese are protected by Indian law. It is illegal to go within 3 miles of the island. This is not only to protect outsiders, but more importantly, to protect the tribe. Having been isolated for millennia, they have no immunity to common diseases like the flu or measles, and contact could wipe out their entire population. They remain a profound human mystery, a small tribe that has successfully held the modern world at bay, guarding their home with lethal determination. For number 5, we descend into a place often called the cruelest place on Earth. Welcome to the Danakil Desert in Ethiopia. This is one of the lowest, driest, and hottest places on the planet. Situated at the junction of 3 tectonic plates, the ground here is literally being torn apart. The result is a landscape that feels more like another planet. It's a chaotic world of bubbling lava lakes, like the persistent one at Erta Ale volcano, and vast fields of hydrothermal vents. The Dalal area is a kaleidoscope of toxic wonders, with geysers spitting poisonous gas and pools of acid bubbling amidst formations of bright yellow sulfur, iron oxide, and salt. Temperatures regularly soar above 50 degrees Celsius, or 122 Fahrenheit. It is a truly hellish environment, yet astonishingly, it is not uninhabited. For centuries, the Afar people have braved these conditions to mine salt, hacking slabs from the cracked earth and transporting them on camel caravans in one of the world's oldest and toughest professions. The Danakil Desert is a geological wonderland that is as deadly as it is beautiful. At number 4, we visit a place where the danger is entirely man-made and completely invisible. This is the Chernobyl exclusion zone in Ukraine. On April 26, 1986, a catastrophic explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant unleashed a plume of radioactive fallout across Europe, in the worst nuclear disaster in history. In the aftermath, a 1,000 square mile exclusion zone was established, and the city of Pripyat, home to 50,000 people, was evacuated in a matter of hours. Today, it is a ghost town. Schools are littered with books and gas masks. Apartments still contain the personal belongings of those who fled. Nature is taking over, with trees growing through floors and wildlife thriving in the absence of humans. But an invisible danger lurks everywhere. Radiation has settled into the soil, the plants, and the buildings. While guided tours are now possible in less contaminated areas, straying from the path can lead you to hot spots with dangerously high levels of radiation. The reactor core itself, now entombed beneath a massive steel sarcophagus, will remain a deadly threat for thousands of years. Chernobyl is a chilling monument to the catastrophic potential of human error. Creeping into our number 3 spot is a place straight out of an Indiana Jones nightmare. Ilha da Queimada Grande, better known as Snake Island, off the coast of Brazil. This small island is forbidden territory, and for good reason. It is home to one of the highest concentrations of venomous snakes anywhere in the world. Conservative estimates suggest there is one snake for every square meter. But these aren't just any snakes. The island is the exclusive home of the golden lancehead viper, one of the deadliest serpents on the planet. Trapped on the island thousands of years ago by rising sea levels, the snakes evolved a venom that is 5 times more potent than their mainland cousins. Why? Their primary food source is migratory birds. The venom has to be powerful enough to kill the birds instantly before they can fly away. A bite from a golden lancehead can cause kidney failure, internal bleeding, and necrosis so severe it can melt human flesh. The Brazilian Navy has declared the island off-limits to the public. Only a handful of scientists clad in full protective gear are granted special permission to visit this terrifying, real-life serpentarium. The runner-up for the most dangerous place on Earth, at number 2, is the planet's highest point, Mount Everest. Standing at 29,032 feet, Chomolungma, the goddess mother of the world, is the ultimate prize for mountaineers. But it is also one of the world's deadliest peaks. The dangers are numerous and relentless. The climb begins with the Khumbu Icefall, a chaotic, constantly moving glacier of ice towers and deep crevasses. Higher up, climbers face hurricane-force winds and sudden, unpredictable avalanches. But the greatest danger is the altitude itself. Above 8,000 meters or 26,000 feet, climbers enter the death zone. Here, the air is so thin that there is not enough oxygen to sustain human life. The body begins to die, minute by minute. Climbers are at extreme risk of frostbite, hypothermia, and fatal high-altitude sicknesses that cause the brain and lungs to swell. Over 300 people have died trying to reach the summit, and due to the extreme difficulty of recovery, many of their bodies remain on the mountain, frozen in time. For some, the climb is a dream. For others, a final fatal nightmare. And now, the number 1 most dangerous place on Earth. It's not the highest or the most remote, but it holds a record that makes it uniquely lethal. Welcome to Death Valley, USA. The name says it all. This is, officially, the hottest place on the planet. In the summer of 1913, at a location called Furnace Creek, the temperature reached a staggering 56.7 degrees Celsius, or 134 degrees Fahrenheit, the highest ambient air temperature ever reliably recorded on the surface of the Earth. The valley's unique geography, deep and narrow with sparse vegetation, traps hot air, which is then circulated and heated even further by the relentless sun. In summer, the ground temperature can be hot enough to literally cook on. Without a constant supply of water, a human can die of dehydration and heat stroke here in just a few hours. The valley earned its name from a group of pioneers who got lost here in the winter of 1849. Though only one of their party died, they believed they would all perish. As they finally escaped, one of them turned and said, "Goodbye, Death Valley." It is a place of stark, mesmerizing beauty, but it is utterly unforgiving. The heat is an invisible, oppressive force that can kill faster than any predator. From the crushing cold of Siberia to the searing heat of Death Valley. From islands that forbid visitors to mountains that touch the heavens, our planet is full of extremes. These places test the limits of life and the boundaries of human endurance. They are terrifying, yet they hold a powerful, undeniable allure. So, which of these deadly wonders did you find the most fascinating or the most terrifying? Would you risk visiting any of them if you had the chance? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this perilous journey.